40 is one of those great milestone ages to set as your target for certain financial accomplishments. With average life expectancy nowadays to be around 80 years of age, 40 marks exactly the halfway of our entire lifespan. Well, each new decade of life offers us the chance to reflect on where we have come from, what we have achieved, and which new ones we would like to set for the future. But what are those financial goals by 40 that we should have achieved or should catch up on? Of course, everyone is on their own journey and their own timeline. So you should never feel like you have to achieve things by a certain age or else you are a failure. You can only do your best with what you have. It's like the old Chinese proverb, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. So without any further ado, let's get started. Number one goal is to have zero debt apart from the mortgage. The 40s is a decade of our life where we have a lot of responsibilities on our shoulders. At the workplace, you are viewed as an expert of that field and people might come to you seeking your expertise. You have to take care of your work as well as the work of the people that are working with you. Additionally, at home, your children are growing up and your parents are aging, so you have to look after both of them. This can already be a stressful task and you don't want to have the additional stress of debt on your head. So it becomes necessary to close the book on the debts you have availed. This may include things like credit cards and car loans, personal loans, and so on. The home loan can be an exception here, although you can certainly make it a personal goal to pay off your mortgage early. Once you take care of these debts, you will be able to step up your progress on all your other financial goals by 40. Goal number 2 is define your ideal financial lifestyle. When we are in our 20s or 30s, we are trying out new things and we sometimes make a lot of mistakes and hopefully learn from them. But as we grow older and reach closer to the age of 40, we need to start identifying what is the most important to us and start setting our priorities accordingly, because these priorities will define your lifestyle. You need to define whether that luxury car is more important to you or living in your own home or any other thing. You may invest your money to buy that car and later realize it does not bring you as much joy you had thought it will bring. Rather, you should have purchased a new home. We know what brings us the most joy and we can prioritize our spending or investments to maximize that, while we consciously cut back on the things that don't bring as much happiness to us. Goal number 3 is build a great credit score. I know we have already discussed about avoiding debt and closing the debt accounts that you already have, but that absolutely does not mean that you should not get the best deal when you're about to take up a loan. Because in today's modern society, it is almost impossible to avoid debt unless you have crores of rupees sitting idle in your bank account. Most of the people won't be able to afford a home without availing the home loan facility. Your credit score can open the doors for you, giving you the great interest rates on home loans, business loans, etc. Depending upon how high your credit score currently is, you can make increasing your credit score one of your financial goals by 40. Try to advance yourself up to a category or two, from poor to average to good or excellent. A good credit score is typically about 720 or higher. Because a good credit score always comes in handy to save up that 1 or 2% on the interest, which latter creates a huge difference on the amount that you have to repay. Goal number 4 is to have a solid emergency fund. I cannot stress enough on the importance of having a well-stocked emergency fund. I have repeated it so many times that at this point I might as well sound as a broken record. But life is full of twists and turns and we don't know at which moment the life will present us with an unexpected surprise. So it becomes critical to have a sizable amount of money in place for the unexpected emergencies such as loss of employment, medical emergency, natural disaster, etc. by creating an emergency fund. Having an emergency fund for the tough days in place will ensure that you do not have to borrow heavily or blow up all of your savings to cover unforeseen expenses. The main purpose of an emergency fund is to help you pay your regular bills children's school fees, buy groceries, and so on. By the time you reach your 40, your emergency fund needs to be sizable enough to cover expenses for at least 9 to 12 months, kept liquid in a savings account to which you have an easy access. Goal number 5 is invest in your health. By the time we reach 40s, we generally no longer remain as vigorous and as immune we were in 20s and 30s. Sooner or later, we might get caught by any of the health problems such as blood pressure, sugar, and so on. Make investing in yourself and your health one of your financial goals by 40. This goal is a kind of blend of a personal and a financial goal. As they say, health is wealth. Health is one of your most precious resources and can dramatically affect your finances for better or worse. It's worth spending extra time and money on now, so it demands a lot lesser as you age. Taking care of your health in the young age can save you money on the health insurance premiums and medical bills, in addition to enriching your life now and in the latter years as well. Goal number 6 and the last one on the list is planning for retirement. Since most of us start working in our 20s and hope to retire in our 60s and in some cases even before that, your 40s are the perfect midway point to ensure you are prepared for your future needs. The retirement corpus you will need in your 60s needs to account for the costs of your current lifestyle adjusted for inflation. By your 30s, you should have already some money locked in long-term investments such as PPF, EPF, NPS, equity mutual funds, etc., so that it continues to grow quickly in your latter years, providing you the financial relief you will need in your golden years. Experts recommend try to have at least 3 times your salary saved in retirement accounts by age of 40. It becomes extremely important to start planning for retirement since time is of the essence in long-term investments. The more you delay a long-term investment, the harder it becomes to achieve your goal. And even if we are not going to discuss them in detail, some of the honorable mentions are: consider insurance coverage, understand personal finance and investing, have 5 times of your annual expenses in investments. To conclude the discussion, we can say that even if you fall short to achieve some of these goals by the age of 40, there is no need to worry. Plenty of people didn't get as early of a start as they would have liked or encountered setbacks along the way, but still succeeded. But the most important thing is to get started if you haven't already. Believe me, you are going to reach and achieve the goals eventually. The only condition is that you should start. I wish you all the best in planning your financial goals for the 40s. And I hope you found this video useful and you are going to define certain goals to achieve as we have discussed today. Do let me know your financial goals for the 40s in the comment box below. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to the channel. I will meet you in the next video. Till then, take care.